Fuck it, dude. Let's eat some fall-flavored cookies. Greetings and welcome back to another fall-flavored episode of the Vodkast. I'm your host, as always, Geycen Oliveira. With us today is some fall-flavored cookies. We have some pumpkin-flavored ones, and we've got an apple pie-flavored ones. The pumpkin ones come to us from Trader Joe's, and the apple pie one comes to us from Aldi. Both stores that I really love and enjoy, and I like to poke around in, and I'm always finding really cool things to review for the channel. Also, if you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider subscribing to the channel? It would be a huge favor for me. Thank you so much. Today, we're going to try out all of these. I'm going to let you know what I think, and I'm going to tell you what the best fall flavor cookie is. I really already know this because I've had one of these before, and it is truly a magical cookie. So where do we begin? With a man who was bigger than John was when John did his baptism thing. I think we're going to start with the basic JoJo pumpkin flavored cookies, and then we're going to move on to the apple, and then we'll finish it off with this because this is really the dessert cookie here. Not that all cookies aren't desserts. However, this one, I've had the coffee version. I've had this version of it. There you go. You know which one it is now. And I've also had the peanut butter one, which is ridiculous. I believe the peanut butter cup one is here, or the peanut butter one is here, and I'll also share in a few seconds the other one, the coffee one that they did, which was amazing and something I wish that Oreo would do. Just a straight up coffee Oreo. Give me a coffee Oreo, Mondelez, or we're going to have some trouble. Let's bust into the pumpkin flavored JoJo's. There was a ginormous display of these on display at the Trader Joe's in Charlottesville, Virginia. They look like your basic run-of-the-mill cookies. I think they're about $2.99, which is, of course, better than a package of Oreos. However, there's clearly only 2 rows here, whereas Oreo, you would get a 3rd row. So there's not as many. We're not going to be trying these in milk either, so don't expect any milk in this review, because these aren't Oreos. If we were doing a comparison video between the apple pie Oreo and the apple pie Aldi version, then we would certainly do milk. However, I don't see any apple pie Oreo here. Do you? No. It seems like the last few years, Oreo only cares about the pumpkin spice Oreo, which, mind you, I haven't seen since I picked it up to review it again on the channel. So I don't know where they disappeared to. I'd love to see them come back again because I would love to have added this into the mix just so I could count it as one of those and tell you really what the best flavor is. However, if you do want to go back, you can check out that video there. That is the apple pie one, which I don't know how long it's been since they've released those. I know it's been a while, though. Okay, yeah, it's a subtle pumpkin scent. Almost more like a just slightly sweetened, you know, the cans that you get when you make cookies or make fudge or whatever you do with them. Maybe it's a pie. It kind of gives that impression off when I got that first smell in there. I'm going to put these cookies down over here so that you guys can take a look at what we got going on over here. Your basic, it looks like a Benton. They weren't labeled as Bentons, so I don't know if they are officially Bentons, but that's what they are. Let's do a little twist test. I'll give you a look at the color there. Yeah. It's what you would expect of a pumpkin. I expected a little bit more orange, but it's not too far off. So let's break this one in half and get this thing going. What do you say? Yeah, it's pretty much everything I expected in it. Nothing really jumped out at me except for the cookie itself. I like the texture of this cookie a lot better than I like the texture of a normal Oreo cookie. It's a little bit more airy. It's still crispy, but not overly crunchy. It kind of falls apart, and I don't think it would handle milk very well, so I'm glad that we decided not to go with the milk. We will score them all at the end. Look at this. Whoever the... Oh, that's not Benton. These would have been the Bentons. You get my point. Anywho, this has a lift flap, just like Mondelez, Oreo, Nabisco, whatever the hell we're calling them these days, I think. It says lift and reseal. This is not easy. Okay, Aldi, you're already going to lose a point. All right, wait a minute. I think I got it. This is a nightmare. I would rather just have no lift flap than have to deal with getting that up like that. Oh, wait. I might be wrong about that because there's a good seal on that. That's nice. This is a heavy flap, too. It's not like it's part of the packaging, or it might be. It's hard to tell because this packaging is kind of thick. Let me get a smell off of it, and then we'll talk about the packaging a little more. Okay. The first scent I got was more of like a package mixed with an apple pie smell with the cookie, obviously. Now this is interesting because that looks just like a Benton too. except that one had holes in it. This one doesn't. I wish, well, if you want to go back and take a look at, I don't know what videos I'm sharing right now, but it has Benton's in it, and it'll show you the cookie a little bit better. Or you know what? Here it is. There's a Benton cookie right there on the screen for you. Let's take a look at the inside of this. This is apple pie. Okay? Not much different. Let's take a look at the pumpkin. Is it pumpkin pie? No, it's just pumpkin flavored. Okay. I want to take a look at the colors of the cream inside, because this is supposed to be pumpkin. This is supposed to be, okay, yeah, there's a huge difference there. Sorry about that. Now this looks more yellow, though. It doesn't look as pumpkin-y. Pumpkin-y, pumpkin-y. I made a word. It's called pumpkin-y. I hope you love it. I do. I hope you love that word. You ever come up with words? You know what the best word I ever came up with was? I was about 5 years old, and I got captured in a trap. So I called it traptured. Doesn't that make sense to combine those two words? And it's a great word. All right, let's take a look at this apple pie again. The packaging is very thick, just as it seemed like off of the flap. Normally with Oreos, the packaging is so thin that you have the lift flap, but it's so like floaty and like trying to get it to seal around the edge. This one, it feels like it's going to seal really good and keep the air out of it. I'm going to break this one in half, and I'll let you know what I think about this one in just a moment. Holy shit, those are good. The cookie, I don't think it's planned to be this way. I don't think it's supposed to taste like the crust of a pie. Maybe that was their intentions to begin with. But it's not stated on the package. Like, it doesn't say that the cookies are flavored anything different. It just says that the cream is an apple pie cream. And good God almighty, those are some delicious cookies. All right, last but not least, certainly not least, this is a massive container of these. Normally when you get these, they're a lot smaller. They're about this short, and you get about half the amount of cookies, probably a little bit more than half the amount of cookies. These are massive calorie-inducing cookies here. Now, I know the peanut butter ones are 140 calories each. These are 120 calories each, so needless to say, I'm only going to eat half of one of these. This is a shock, though. This is really a surprise to me. Like, this is very good. This is amazing. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be legendary, because these things, they're just so good. All of them. Every variation that Trader Joe's does. I smell nothing. Let me pull them out, see if I can smell them a little bit better. No, and I guess that's kind of to be expected due to the fact that it's covered in this cream. Like, not that you shouldn't be able to smell what this cream smells like, or the outer cream, or the frosting, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to do a cross-section of this one, because there's no way in hell I'm eating a whole one of these. We'll put that one right back there in the package there for later, though, because these cookies, man, these are, I've had these before. Unless they've changed up the formula and they're trash now. There you go. There's a little cross-section of the cookie. You know, not a lot going on there. Kind of got the same kind of cream. I assume the exact same cream as this one. Looks like it might be a little bit more, though. Maybe a double, as opposed to these that look like it was just a regular size kind of cream. Let me see if I can get one so I don't, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is definitely more cream contained within the, what are these called? The Pumpkin Spice JoJo's Pumpkin Sandwich Cookies. So that's something to look forward to in my mouth. Speaking of looking forward to having things in your mouth, if you haven't joined the Patreon, we do have a Patreon. It starts as little as $3 a month, goes all the way up to $20 a month, and we offer a little bit more integration with the podcast, help me make some decisions for the channel, and also we have some really interesting tiers, so if you have a chance, go check out the Patreon, see if that's something you'd be interested in. All right, let's try this last cookie. I think I'm just going to take a bite of this one rather than doing half, because that's already 60 calories right there, and that'll leave me with 30. Whatever. Okay. All right. There's going to be some surprises yet to come this review and demo. Like I said, this is a dessert cookie. This is something you have one and you're done for the night. These are snacking cookies if you're into snacking cookies. I don't eat a lot of sugar, but I could sit and eat quite a few of these. I had one bite of this and I'm already all set. Like, that's really good. You hear that little ding? I have a little notification every time I get a text, so I apologize for that. I forget to turn it off every time. All right, we've come to the end of this review. This is a crazy good cookie. But like I said, it's something different. It's not like a regular cookie that you would sit down and eat. So if I had to score these, which I really want to, I'm going to give this a 7.5. I'm going to give these a 9. I'm going to give these a 9 as well, but the thing with these is I'd have to say that they're a 9 on a different level than cookie. They're like a dessert, almost like a pastry in a way. Very delicious, though. The flavor that's in here is the same flavor in here. However, there's more of it, and it's wrapped in a nice like pumpkin pie, creamy kind of outer coating. If I had to pick a fall-flavored cookie, I would definitely go with the apple pie. I am completely shocked by this due to the fact that usually Trader Joe's quality of their products is a little bit better than Aldi's quality. However, in this case, whether it's quality or not, the flavor is delightful, amazing. It tastes like an apple pie. These are great, too. Don't get me wrong. A 7.5 is nothing to shake a stick at. These are really good cookies and definitely worth a shot. If you go into Thanksgiving or some kind of fall festival and you have to bring cookies or a pastry or some kind of treat, don't worry, you can grab any of these, and the crowd will love them. Very good cookies. I hope you guys are enjoying the fall because it's just my favorite time of year. I love when the leaves change. They start falling from the trees. The weather starts to change. It's definitely my number one season. What's your favorite season? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know why it's your favorite season, because I'd love to know. And if you guys are loving the content I'm creating as much as I love creating the content that you guys are watching, would you please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, and hitting the little bell icon because it'll let you know every time I put out a new video. Don't forget to make somebody smile today and make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier and a little bit more fallish. Together, let's sing and dance in the sun and in the rain as one, my brothers and sisters. Live life to the fullest and love every moment of it because you just never know when that last moment's going to come for you. However, never live in fear of that moment. Always live in love, but never let your inner child die. Ooh-wee. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who cannot take care of themselves, for they are the ones that need it the most. And if no one has told you today that they love you, the Vodkast loves you very much, just the way you are. All right, guys, do no harm. I'm Geycen Oliveira. This is the Vodkast, and I'll catch you guys a little bit further on down the road to 50. Take care, my friends, and happy adventuring.
Don't go to sleep with a catch it in your pocket.